The onslaught of upcoming mortgage renewals is the number one reason why the Bank of Canada is going to start cutting rates, and they just admitted it. Welcome to another Fruitful report where I talk about anything business, economics, real estate, finance, totally uncut, totally freestyle, straight fucking facts. You already know. Now, Tiff Macklem just testified in front of Ottawa just last week, and he admitted that one of the reasons why they held rates for October was because of all of the upcoming mortgage renewals, which there's not even that many. There's way more coming up soon. But even with this little amount, they said, we are done raising rates because it's just going to cause a landslide effect of people not paying their mortgage and the economy feeling real pain, which he's trying to avoid. Now, Royce Mendez, who's head of macro strategy at Desjardins, and also many other top economists have said that the Bank of Canada is done raising rates, and the next move that they're going to make is going to be a cut for sure. So here's the deal. 60% of mortgages in the next 3 years are coming up for renewal. That is a crap ton amount, and that is when the real pain is going to be felt, which is predicted to be 2025, 2026. If rates stay this high by then, which is highly unlikely. If you watch this channel, you already know all the live data and all the economic reasons why that ain't gonna happen. But if it were, the way the Bank of Canada is saying, oh, higher for longer, we're gonna hold rates for bullshit. This is all calling bullshit on it. Even Tiff Macklem testifying at his own friggin' hearing saying, yeah, one of the main reasons why we held was because even with the small amount of raises coming up, that alone is a reason to hold. So 2025 is really predicted when the real pain is gonna be. But here's the thing, people who bought in 2019, 2020, who are going to be renewing in 2024, give or take, who really cares? I mean, they bought their house in 2019, pre-pandemic, before the big rise. Yes, real estate market was already on its way up. This bull crap has really been starting since 2018. Me being a realtor and a real estate investor, I can tell you all the bidding wars, all the prices going up really started in December 2018.
I remember what it was like then.
It was starting to get crazy. And even then, me being a realtor, I was like, this is getting stupid. And it just obviously blew past expectations. So the real pain is set for 2025. Here's the thing. Mortgage rates are going to be way lower by then. It's already being anticipated by many top economists and real investors like us looking at the live data saying, yo, Bank of Canada is likely to cut rates as soon as Q2. They've already admitted that actually, that they themselves have said probably Q2 of 2024. Now, if you look at the other live data, it's likely they're going to cut even before that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's February, March. Now, my crystal ball, my predictions, I'm not going to die on that hill of they're going to cut rates February, March. I'm more on the hill of April, May, June, for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if they cut in February, March with the live data we're seeing of inflation about to tip over hardcore because of the gas coming down, not oil prices coming down, which they are. It's gas prices, which is most important. It's unprecedented. It's shocking everybody actually with how low gas prices is because the US has made so much gas during the pandemic times in anticipation of needing it, didn't really need it, but now we have so much fucking gas that the supply is way outweighing demand, which economics 101, when you have too much supply, not enough demand, prices come down. Now, when gas prices come down, which is so important, it affects everything. It affects farmers who are running gas for their farms, truckers bringing the groceries to the grocery store. That way, the grocery stores can pass on the savings to the customer. And there, we have deflation and disinflation. So what's coming, what's predicted by top economists is going to be inflation rolling over like a rock. And if that does happen, it's a great case for Bank of Canada cutting rates as soon as February, March, but we know they're going to cut for sure May, April, June. But here's the thing, Matt, why is Bank of Canada, why is Tiff saying higher for longer? We're not going to lower rates. Okay, they have to say what they have to say. We talk about this all the time on the channel, that we have to look at the Bank of Canada and the government's actions, not really what they're saying. They say one thing and do another. For example, remember in the pandemic times when Tiff said interest rates are going to stay low for a long time, and then like a year later, here we are. Okay, so that was a lie. Remember when he said inflation was most likely going to be transitory, that it was going to fall quick? It was just an effect from the supply chain shortages from the whole pandemic. Don't worry, it's going to get fixed soon. Inflation will roll over like a rock. Here we are about 2 years later, still talking about high inflation. Okay, so he was wrong about that. So what makes it so true that what he's saying is a fact? That higher for longer, we need to hold for longer. They have to say what they have to say so people don't go out rushing out buying real estate, buying Rolexes. This is not a Rolex, this is a Fitbit. Buying Rolexes, buying jewelry, just spending their money like crazy, causing inflation. He's got to say what he's got to say because he knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. The Canadian economy is in so much pain. We've had a flat GDP since January 2023 to now, almost the end of the year. Zero growth in Canada. And like I always say, if you strip out the immigration, which is a really huge boost to GDP naturally, people coming in, buying homes, buying cars, buying groceries, buying things, that stimulates the economy. But if you strip out that amazing effect of immigration, which it does have on GDP, we'd be like severely negative GDP this whole year. What does that mean? Recession. Negative GDP for 2 quarters in a row is a recession. This would be a whole fucking year. And we're not even feeling the full effects of the interest rate hikes just yet. It takes 12 to 18 months for monetary policy to feed through the economy and hit Joe the plumber and Sally the hairdresser. It takes a long time. We're only about halfway, 3/4 there of feeling the full pain. And we're already at a zero GDP, which if you look at the truth, negative GDP, okay, it's about to get bad. What happens when there's negative GDP? What happens when there's a confirmed recession, which I believe we're going to have in January, February, March for sure. We're going to get the whole quarters of the whole year. It's going to prove that we've been in a recession right here, right now, while you're watching this, while I'm filming this video. It's going to prove we've been in a recession. And what's the playbook for TIFF at the Bank of Canada when we're in a recession? What's the playbook? Cut rates. That's the playbook. So that's what's coming. That's what he's saying. He's kind of giving his hand up by just testifying at that meeting saying we're holding rates because mortgage renewals, and we're not even feeling the effect of the real mortgage renewals just yet. And he's already bailing on his plan. Really, that's what he's signaling. So we'll see what's going to happen in 2024. As I always say, guys, buy quality assets. That's what this channel is all about. It's about investing. My favorite asset, obviously, by far, is real estate. It's a real solid asset. People have to live in it. People must have a home. Whether there's a recession, a war, I don't care what's going on, a pandemic, everybody needs a home. Everybody has to pay rent. Everybody has to pay a mortgage. If you invest in that asset class, which is what all I talk about on this channel, who cares about all this economic stuff? You think I really care about this stuff? It's annoying as an investor to deal with this market, but financially, my pocketbook, my wallet, do I, as a real estate investor, a multimillionaire, really care about what's going on? No. So we have to get you to the point of also being financially wealthy, understanding how the financial markets work, so you can also not really care what goes on in the economy. We just change our strategy, we pivot, we move with the economy, but we don't worry about finances, which is what way too many Canadians, way too many people in North America are struggling with, is how to pay for food, how to put their kids in sports, how to pay the rent next month or the mortgage next month, okay? I grew up in that environment. It's nasty, which is why I do what I do. I don't ever want to feel financial pain again. Anyway, guys, this is the Fruitful Report. I will see you in the next video.